It's not like I have like a little fin, on the top of my head still.
Or
like,
gills.
oh, I must have been a fish.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Poppahack, my main man, Payday on the Beat. So, what's going on today?
Man, I want to talk about where humans came from. I'm not talking about Earth. We're talking about all the other possibilities and theories out there that people suggest or try to tell us about.
Okay.
So some of them are actually quite interesting. So
We-
we'll go over
we,
a few theories about where humans originated from.
We've previously discussed this in an episode prior, but it was just me stating how I don't believe we originated here on Earth because there's nothing here that says this is a good environment for us. Our skin burns really easy from the sun. The planet's mostly covered in water. We can't breathe underwater. You can see underwater. I mean, I don't like opening my eyes underwater because it burns me all, no matter what, whether I'm in a pool with chlorine or in the ocean or in a lake. It always burns. We're not covered in enough fur or we don't have blubber, extra layers of fat or anything to survive winters and heat and all that. Like, I truly believe we didn't originate on this planet.
And the average human, if you go up against other animals and stuff, like in a fight, like without weapons, they say an average person would like lose in a fight against a raccoon.
What? Really?
Yeah, like a raccoon, like, and try to think of like if you'll fight a grizzly bear, how 100 guys versus a gorilla and all that.
Yeah,
a raccoon is all it would take to put people out of their misery.
I mean, some raccoons are pretty big, but I don't know. I think I would win, but I'd probably get rabies or something.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. We can't adapt to illnesses like other beings on this planet, other animals and everything. Like we don't adapt to it. We're allergic to most plants on this planet.
Yeah. Yeah, we shut down the entire country over COVID. You know what I mean? Like something so small.
The country, the entire world, the entire planet shut down because of a flu, because people were getting sick, which, I mean, I had, and it was really strong and everything, but I mean, I'm here. But yeah, just think of that. So, all right, let's hear some of these.
We'll
let's
go
touch
over
on some of these theories.
Some theories. We'll see which one you agree with the most. So consider these like our own like Bible. People try to like read the Bible or other religious books, and now they choose one. So we're gonna see which theory you think could be possible. So the ancient astronaut theory is one of them. The idea humans are genetically modified or influenced by advanced extraterrestrials. Like so that would be like, say we were some kind of species, but we were visited by aliens and they modified the genes and it made us what we are today, which basically implies, why are we so intelligent?
Why are we the number one intelligent or dominant species on the planet?
Yeah, we're not the strongest. We're not really the smartest, like on basic survival instincts. We just have the ability to make technology and kill things.
Like we said before, we don't have a sense to sense when a hurricane's coming or when a tornado's coming or when an earthquake's coming. All the creatures on this planet, animals, they all know. They take off running. They get away. Like even animals now know when volcanoes are going to erupt.
Yeah.
Like they all have that sixth sense or whatever you want to call it. That we like to call it the animal instinct.
Yeah, the animal instinct. Yeah,
we don't have that. We don't have that. So, do I believe aliens modified us?
Are we genetically modified? And so I read a lot about this stuff. So our chromosome number 2, like basically the way humans age is because we're always like copying and pasting data, and eventually like we lose a little bit of it. You know what I mean? So that's what causes us to age. It's the replication being like you're losing bits of information over an extended period of time. So we age because of that. But chromosome number 2, it's a fused telomere, and that people were saying it can't exist in nature. Something like someone had the genetic, like it was intentional.
Oh, so some other being or whatever
Yeah,
did that. Like
yeah.
that specifically. I mean, we just don't know how that one was created yet.
I mean, there's lots of ideas about it, but it's
Yeah,
one of those
yeah.
things where, which I hate about science, is where they work with a mathematician and they show you in numbers how it could work, but in real life, you can't ever prove it.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't think we started here. There's no reason for us to, there's no logical
Do you think we
explanation.
could have been like, say, our common ancestor to the chimpanzees, that maybe an alien modified that creature and now it became us?
I don't even know if I believe in the evolution theory.
Yeah. So wait, so you think humans just came here already as Homo sapiens, not no without evolution?
Yeah, I think we were already what we are right now.
Yeah.
I think that we were at another planet, sort of like Earth. Like
Mhm.
maybe it was a little bit further away. It could have been a different solar system, or we could have had our own dwarf sun. So the
Yeah.
sun doesn't burn our skin and hurt us, but it's enough to grow our plants or grow whatever we use the sun for, heat, warmth, all that. But it's not poisonous to us where it's literally burns us.
Yeah. So you probably like say we were here and a lot of people say this is what it said in the Bible, say like 6,000 years ago.
Hmm.
Or further than that, like all the ancient carvings and like all these pyramids and caves, they all
Yeah.
show pictures of like aliens,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
or
They
like a
show.
UFO type structure, like on these
So
cave paintings.
I've always wondered also, like with the hieroglyphics and all that, they always show drawings of people that are this big and then the peoples that are this big, like monsters compared to them. So to me though, I don't think that's aliens and they're bigger and tall and all that stuff. I just think that's like the king or the queen,
Yeah.
whatever it was, and they're just showing like, they're bigger, so they're bigger and more valuable. There is a lot of weird stuff that like way back then that they showed that like there's stuff coming from the stars and like
Yeah.
all that type of stuff where it looks like there's a ship that could have come, some sort of ship, something flying could have came down here. There's all that stuff. Like, if why would they paint those? Why would they make them?
See, it would make sense if me and you both went to another planet and we could live there. You know what I mean? They had the right amount of oxygen, the temperature was good. The first thing I would do would be grab a stick and write down everything I could remember.
Yeah, if you didn't have nothing,
Yeah.
like
You would have to carve
our
it in a cave.
us leaving Earth, going there, flying there, and whatever, and we get there, and like, yeah, that would be our form of paper because we wouldn't have paper
Yeah,
there
it'd be like
probably.
instructions for like the future generations.
All right, what other theories you got? What
So
other
we
ones
got
you got for me?
the panspermia theory. It's basically human life originated somewhere else in the universe. Now this is
Hmm.
kind of like comets that hit the Earth. They contain amino acids.
Okay.
So we because basically like you ever the primordial soup, like people say that's what we
Yeah.
were. Like
Yeah.
supposedly, I think a lot of people agree we were like a mixture of things in a lake that was hit by lightning. You know what I mean? That's how they think like single-celled organisms came to rise.
Came to rise and came up.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the panspermia thing was all these different comets had certain building blocks like amino acids on them, and from hitting the Earth for like millions of years, that's
Yeah.
how humans came together. So basically, if this is true, then that means any other planet with life just you could have came from the same comet before it like broke into little pieces,
Yeah.
and our ancient ancestors could be from the same rock that was just like if something exploded,
Hmm.
like we could all be from like the same comet or a piece of it.
Piece of it,
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah. I
if you could go
mean,
back far enough.
I can't explain the evolution part to myself, like, or like out loud. I just don't know. But I
Mhm.
also don't feel like we were just boom, we're here. Like, that's it. Like, I don't believe that. But then there's also a sense of me that like believes that there is a God, there is a higher power,
Yeah,
there is all of that. I just don't necessarily believe that God just said, "Let there be light," and boom, there was light. Water to wine, and I don't believe that, because if that specific God
Yeah.
is all powerful and all glory and everything, then why did that specific God let so many terrible things happen?
Yeah, well, that's like a paradox. Either he's all powerful or he's all knowing.
Oh, okay.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. I,
I don't think you could be both.
I like that. I like that, actually. I
Yeah,
like that
does he
theory a
know
lot.
everything? And because if he does, why doesn't he stop bad things from happening?
Yeah.
You know,
I like
that's more of more of a religious thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah, but I'm just
back
saying,
to
so
the panspermia stuff.
well, people compare that to like they think the alien is a god or a god aspect to us, because
Yeah,
I've heard people say that, like, oh, I don't believe there's a god, but I believe there's a powerful alien that watches over our planet, and
yeah, that's
you know,
mostly because science uses God as a placeholder. Until we discover what that is, it must be God. You know what I mean?
yeah, that makes sense. Okay,
Well,
all
I mean,
right,
you know, yeah, I wouldn't overthink. I mean, a few hundred years ago, people used to burn people because they thought they were witches. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go too deep into religion.
yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I mean, both of us, we
Yeah,
don't
but remember
touch
when
that.
people used to think the Earth was flat? And I'm not talking about like flat earthers. I'm saying like, you know, Christopher Columbus sailing the
Oh, okay,
ocean and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Used to look out there and say, "What's on the other side?" Oh, I don't know. It must be God. You know, and then we get there and now we know.
Let me know there's something
Yeah,
else
like, hey,
there.
what's up in the sky? It must be God. Oh, now we have telescopes. Now we see what it is.
Now we can see that that's,
So
yeah, what's up, or okay, yeah, I
yeah,
got
so
you, I got you.
a lot of scientists do believe in a God, but it's more of the answers to the unknown.
Yeah,
Yeah, but so it still kind of gives you that hope, but they're mostly like, you know, into research and discovery and stuff.
yeah. Into their
Yeah, they just
scientific
don't really like a
evidence.
religion too much.
Yeah, they try not to use that as their, like you said, it's a placement holder.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I don't believe that theory necessarily, that we came here on comments in the head and created us
yeah, it's
and
just
all that.
a comet of amino acids. You know, comes down. It's the basic building blocks of life. So there's like 40,000 tons of space dust every year that hits the Earth.
Yeah.
Things hitting us all the time. So, you know, you do that for a million years, that's a lot of
Well, so
material to work with.
here's my argument against that.
Yeah.
The Earth's atmosphere coming in, everything burns up, and the gravitational pull catches everything on fire. So it would probably kill whatever DNA fragments are on it, germs, whatever you want to call it, at
Yeah.
that time. It would I mean, if you want to look at that as from a scientific standpoint, that it would probably burn up and be destroyed by the time it would hit the Earth.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to do some research on that.
That's just our thing. All right, you got some other ones?
Yeah. We got the underwater origin theory. You ever hear like, you know, the fish that like would swim up onto the beach and, you know, wiggle its way back in. Eventually it grew arms and legs.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
evolution gave us lungs. Do you think we came from like some kind of fish or like a water species?
No, I mean, you would think by the way our planet is that we
Yeah.
would have, but no. And the only reason why I specifically say no is there's no logical or no rhyme or reason behind us evolving to land creatures when the planet is dominant water. We
Hmm.
still don't even know how deep parts of the earth is underwater.
Yeah.
So if that was a theory, I kind of feel like we would have already seen it sometime throughout our time. We would have seen evidence that, like, oh, there's still people living down there, or whatever they want to call us, whatever. Like, not mermaids, obviously, but like, you know what I mean? I feel like there would be a little bit more evidence towards that. That would be cool, though. That is a very logical thing to say, is like, oh, we originated from water, but there's
Yeah.
no logical explanation as to why the fudge would
Yeah,
we
like
evolve.
yeah, like I can understand, you know, we have tailbones. Maybe millions of years ago we had a tail,
Yeah.
but it's not like I have like a little fin, you know, on the top of my head still. And
Or
like, oh, I must
gills.
have been a fish.
Yeah, like we don't have nothing rough on our sides where we would have gills to breathe through. We don't have
Yeah.
blowholes. We don't have none of that. So, nah, I think that's that. I think it would be really sweet and really cool, though.
Hmm.
I think I told you this on the phone. I can't remember. Supposedly, China developed a pill that you take, and it lets your body changes, and it lets you breathe underwater for like X amount of hours.
Yeah, yeah, they do have a lot of stuff like that.
Now, would you take that if you could?
No, I wouldn't want to stay underwater that long unless I
Yeah.
was like a treasure hunter.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to do it just specifically because I'm not thinking doing it in a pool. I'm thinking of doing it in the ocean where I'm not going to be able
Yeah.
to see underwater probably anyways
Yeah,
because
see,
it gets
every time
so
I've
dark.
gone, yeah, if I go swimming in like an Olympic-sized pool, by the time you ever, you swim to the bottom, you try to touch it, like your ears ever hurt because of
Yeah,
that?
your ears pop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like how do you go that far down in the ocean? Like I
yeah.
wouldn't even want to do that.
So there's some colony. I can't remember where they live, but they. I watched it. I seen it on TikTok, but I also seen the whole episode on TV.
Hmm.
There is these like deep sea divers that they can hold their breath for like 4 minutes,
Hmm.
and like they have it on camera, and they dive down deep as hell, and they don't have crap. All they have is a spear that they're killing fish with and all that stuff, and they go down deep as shit. Like their bodies, like they did, like the doctors did all the stuff on them and everything.
Hmm.
They're all of these people that live in this colony, their lungs are bigger than the average human beings because I
Oh
guess
yeah.
they may have developed over different years. Because you got to think like they probably evolved differently, or if you have two parents that have bigger, I don't know, web toes or whatever, like because
Yeah.
that's a prime example right there. Both my brothers got web toes, so who knows that maybe
Or they're
could have
fish.
evolved from that. Could have
Yeah.
been some sort of fish people, but I seen the video on TV. I seen the show. I seen everything on TikTok. The guy was holding his breath for like, I want to say something crazy, like 4 to 5 minutes. And he was
Yeah.
swimming down there, but the way he dove down, he just jumped in and just calmly just drifted and just sank down. It wasn't like he was swimming down. He wasn't doing nothing. He just slowly drifted
Like
down.
all
So
the
I
way
don't know
down.
if their ears like developed or like
Yeah.
something changed, but
So,
yeah.
so if I was watching that on TV, the first thing that I would do is hold my breath and see if I could hold my breath as long as the swimmer. And if I
Yeah.
couldn't, then it was fake.
Yeah, well, I definitely can't. I know that.
You ever
I
do
can
that?
probably
You
only
watch
hold.
TV of people underwater, or like they're stuck in a car, and then you try to you hold your own breath just to see if it like could
Yeah.
be real. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
nah, it's a movie.
I remember this was when I was younger. We used to go up to the Boys and Girls Club swimming pool all the time. I held my breath for like, I want to say it was like a minute and like 20 some seconds.
Hmm.
Dude, it was crazy. I thought I was gonna fucking die when I came up because we used to go under right by the ladder. We had these waterproof watches, and we would start the timer. And we would hold on to the ladder to keep us under. But it would be like me, Rat, and Frunk, and we'd be
Yeah.
down there forever doing it all day long, dude. And we'd just be holding our breath when it come up and be gasping for air, and then we'd be like, "All right, let's do it again," and go right back down, and like just kept trying to push ourselves. But yeah, well, I remember specifically when I hit like 1 minute,
Hmm.
I was like, "Oh my god!" Like me when that was my personal best. I was like, "This is crazy! I can hold my breath for so long."
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 minute's not shit for real.
I think
Like,
underwater I've hit the 2 minute marker like once.
yeah,
But
yeah.
for some reason, it was always more difficult for me to hold my breath underwater compared to like on land. Like when you're just sitting there, like, watching the clock.
I think that's also like because people you have to hold, obviously clearly you have to hold your nose when
Yeah.
you're holding your breath. I'm talking about not underwater. I'm talking about above land.
Mhm.
So there's probably some sort of air sleeping through, or maybe I don't know. Like I think being underwater also like gets your adrenaline pumping and excites you
Mhm.
because like you're trying to stay down too and all that. So who knows that could add into it. But all right, so let's hear another theory. You got any other ones?
Well, these are theories, so we'll get a little bit more sci-fi. Now that I'm thinking about it. Hollow Earth theory.
Oh my god.
Humans first lived in the center of the Earth and later came to the surface.
See, there's so much
Now,
wrong
the
with
the
this.
thing that I don't like about it is it doesn't really have the origin of the humans, like as
Okay.
if we came from a different place.
Yeah.
But I wonder if living in the center of the Earth was ever possible.
They say the center of the Earth is magma.
That's what they
So,
say.
and it would be so hot down there that I feel like we would be able to survive in the heat more up here without being dehydrated as fast as we get dehydrated.
Hmm.
So I think that to me, that theory's out the damn window. Like,
Yeah. See, I still like the as far as hollow Earth theory. I like to think that the Earth is actually hollow because
how
they
can the Earth be
say,
how can the Earth be hollow if it's flat?
well, this is hollow Earth, not the real Earth. But I think the Earth could be hollow in the center, just because the point of gravity would be because you would have gravity pulling outside of every direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be like a little circle, and then all the tectonic plates and stuff, the water, and then us. So
Yeah.
I think we could be hollow in the center of the Earth.
Or it's just a solid unknown.
Liquid hot magma.
Because you got to think, like you said, the Earth's rotating so fast, the
Mm.
gravitational pull so strong that everything that's in there would be compressed so hard. Imagine if it's just a giant diamond. It's
Oh,
like,
like the center of the Earth is a giant diamond,
yeah, or
or
like
like all
something like
gold or
that.
something.
Yeah, because like well, gold's a soft metal, so I wouldn't expect it to be gold.
Mm.
But imagine like it's so, you know what I mean? It's so hard. Or you know what? It could be gold. And then
Just
when we get
melted. Yeah.
yeah, it melts. And then when we get further away from the sun, when winters come, it hardens back up, and then it just remelts again whenever winter's over. Seriously, like that's something
Yeah,
stupid.
I like that. And these are all just general opinions for the viewers. These are us just talking as if it was the first we've ever heard of it, not throwing
Yeah,
scientific facts out there.
yeah. That'd be I don't know, man. That's that's kind
Yeah,
of
but I
crazy.
think the center of the Earth could be hollow. Now, I'm not talking about like big enough to where a civilization could live in it, but they say if you were to travel to the center of the Earth, you would just float because all of the land above you and the water and everything in every direction, the gravity would cancel itself out because it would pull you towards every direction.
Oh, a general direction. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I think like it could be like maybe the size of like a car in the center of the Earth. Like it has some hollow space, not like a massive continent
Yeah,
size.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Because it would be because all the mass in the middle would be pulled to the more denser outer regions of the Earth because you have all that crust, all that dirt.
yeah, dude, that's yeah. I never thought about that. That's actually pretty crazy. Like, just even us just discussing, thinking
Yeah,
about
because
that really
gravity
got me
doesn't,
thinking.
it won't always pull you to the center of the Earth. We only fall down because there's more dirt below us.
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
you're in the middle of the Earth, now the more dirt's all around you. So you're pulled in every direction at once.
Actually, you know what? If we ever went to the center of the Earth, we'd probably die.
Well, I mean,
Not
probably. Yeah.
not temperature wise or anything. If it really is hot, just think of like what was that submarine that went down to see the Titanic and it got crushed?
Oh, I know. I only know the one where they were using the PlayStation controllers to
Yeah,
like
that's the
steer.
one I'm
Oh,
talking
that
about.
oh, it
Yeah,
was for the. I didn't know they were going to the Titanic.
yeah.
I just thought it was
So
a suicide mission.
it, it got down there and it was like a pressurized can, and it just crushed
Yep.
like in a blink of an eye,
Imploded.
whatever. So I truly think that if we were to somehow able and capable to get to the center of the earth,
Hmm.
that the earth is spinning so fast. And like you said, if it's hollow and there's nothing there, we would just crush into dust. Seriously, because think like right now, you jump and how fast you fall that back down. Like if you're falling to the ground, like you said, if there's nothing below you, you just fall faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. So eventually, if you get down to the center of the earth, like you're saying, there might not be nothing there because the gravity's just pulling and destroying, literally just breaking and destroying everything.
Hmm.
You got you got any other theories?
I like the alien zoo. Humans were originated when extraterrestrials placed us on Earth as like an experiment or even like a
Yeah.
farming ground, like they're farming humans.
Hmm. To me, that makes more sense. We weren't the dominant species wherever we originated from.
Hmm.
We got brought here almost as if this is like one of our old episodes titled Prison Earth.
Oh yeah,
But
Prison Earth. Yeah.
we thought about it. Prison Earth was a different topic for us back then, but almost as if this was to. We could have had a revolution on a different planet against whatever species was controlling us, and they're like, nope, hell no, let's get them all together, get them off this damn planet. So they ship us here almost as a form of torture. Because
Hmm.
again, like I've said multiple times now, there's nothing good on Earth for us besides air.
Yeah.
Our skin burns. We can't breathe underwater. We can't survive without, like you said, being intelligent and building everything up. Now, who's to say there wasn't humans back when the dinosaurs were here? Maybe we were intelligent back then or something, or maybe we weren't as intelligent, obviously. But we were intelligent enough to get inside a cave and I don't know, grow stuff inside
Yeah.
somehow or whatever, and to be warm and to have fire and survive. Dinosaurs couldn't. They're reptiles. They're gonna freeze
Hmm.
and they die. They die almost instantly. So maybe that happened, and we were put here to be tortured by the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Now then the dinosaurs are gone. We outlived them. Now we're still outliving somehow, but
Yeah,
we're
I like to
not.
think of it now that you mentioned it. Like we were like the weakest species on the entire planet. So
Yeah,
some alien said, "Hey, I wonder if we just genetically modify this and this, if they could become dominant."
yeah. I mean that could have happened too. Yeah, I think I think we were here to be tortured because of whatever happened somewhere else, wherever we originated from. We
Mhm.
decided to have our rebel up, our rebel,
Little uprising.
yeah, rebel uprising, our revolution,
So
and
someone's petty enough to punish the entire ancestry, like the entire line that could come from whoever violated these rules millions of years ago.
yeah, and you want to know what? Think of it this way: Hitler,
Mhm.
people owning slaves, China having a bunch. Chinese people were slaves forever. Irishmen were slaves forever. It's all think of people being hated for the color of their skin. Everything adds up to some other form of, I don't want to say torture or hate, but imagine if that's where, like, it started from, where, like, on
Yeah.
that planet, they're like, no, we're getting rid of all of them. Well, maybe they convinced us as a whole society of human beings, wherever we were at, that, oh, we're going to send you here to develop this and do this or whatever. And then all the humans showed up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and we got somewhat slaughtered, but somewhat survived. We adapted.
Yeah. Yeah, I think as far as like everything that they still teach to our generation in like school and stuff, that's well within the past couple hundred years, people burning witches,
Yeah.
us discovering the United States, Christopher Columbus, all that stuff, the even as far as like slavery and all that, you would think like when you like have when you like breed two dogs and now you have like a mutt or whatever, like
Yeah.
two different breeds, you would think like has there been a new like classification or color of human that has been created within the past like 1,000 years that we would know?
Dude,
Like in my mind, and maybe my terminology is off, so I apologize. Like say like a white person and an Indian, like say an Indian was like kind of red, and they had
yeah,
like a,
that's what
a
they say.
pinkish skinned baby. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Has any of that been like discovered? Like
Dude,
how many ethnicities are there?
when you brought that up, that made me think of Filipinos.
Yeah.
Filipinos are that they're considered Asians
Hmm.
because that they have the facial look, but they're also their skin is a lot darker than typical Asians. You know how they say Asians are yellow?
Yeah.
Filipinos are more brown. So it could have been Asians and black people. They mixed, and that's what came was the Filipinos and that or whatever. Like who knows? Like you're saying, it could be like you said. There could be a white man and an Indian that mixed, and there
Yeah.
was more pink skinned people or whatever you want to call them, pink.
Has every human like is every combination of human already bred.
Made. Okay, yeah,
that's
okay,
what
I
I'm
got
saying. That
you.
would be interesting to know.
Like a Chinese man and a black guy, a white guy and
Yeah.
a Chinese man, or Japanese, whatever. Okay, like how there's different. It's so weird because there's so many different. To me, there's so many different Asian people, and I only know this just from my job. Where if I've called a resident. I assumed the resident was Chinese when they're Korean. They take offense to that, which is that's normal. Okay, I get that. So that's why I'm saying so many different Asians. That's why I'm using them as an example.
Yeah. But
Which
so we got to wrap it up with some thoughts, some questions. We got like 3 minutes left.
all right,
So if aliens were observing us, they're
okay.
observing us or watching us, what do you think they're studying? Like if we're being watched by aliens, they put us here.
There, if there is other life out there,
Yeah.
and if they put us here and they're studying us, they're probably wondering or waiting, playing the waiting game to see if we are either intelligent enough to rejoin the rest of the planetary society,
Ah, yeah.
or if we're that fear or that mental state of the uprising that we had or whatever that got us put here is gone, and they don't think that it could reoccur again.
So it's like okay, can humans naturally like be civil?
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah. And I believe no, we're not going to achieve world peace. So if there is any other type of aliens out there, they're not going to come and bring us, because then they're just going to think we're going to want to fight and
Yeah.
do all the other bullshit that we did previously if we were, because we're fighting and killing ourselves.
Yeah, true.
Like people have fought and killed people because of the color of their skin, by the way they looked and all that stuff. So it's a whole that's a whole different shebang. And I feel like no, if there are, they're not going to do nothing until we somehow reach world peace.
Yeah. Yeah, I still think they'd be studying us and trying to see like they're watching our technology.
It could be that too. Yeah,
Like
they
what
don't think we're
resources
advanced
are
enough.
we choosing to use? Imagine there's
That
10 other planets that they put humans on. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And we're
Mm,
both like we both have like us and another planet could still have medicine, but they use some different like technique to create it.
dude,
Yeah.
mind blowing. This was a very good episode. One of my favorites now. So everyone in the comments, hit us up. Let us know how you feel about this. Let us know your theories on human. I don't know if you want to call it evolution. What you believe in.
Origin of the human.
Yes. But as always, tune in and turn up. We'll see you guys later.
Yo, it's Poppahack on the mic, let's ride with Payday on the beat right by his side. Two best friends with the pop culture flow, dropping gems every week, now you know how it goes. Tune in and turn up, feel the echo of vibing loud. It's life in stereo, laughs, hot takes, and a beat so clean. The best damn podcast you've ever seen. Tune in, turn up, 'cause life is better in stereo.